All right, everybody, we are testing, and we know it's late.
Steve's there.
Hey, cool.
Hi, Steve.
All right, we
Three
are
other
testing.
people are there, so.
All right, we keep saying it. We're testing. It's the first time we've done this in a year, and it actually didn't work the first time. It seemed to work this time. We got to work out all the particulars, right, hun?
Yes.
But I think we'll be in good shape. So what we're doing tonight, besides taking a deep breath and my wife and I testing the strength of our marital decisions, choices. Okay,
Is it seriously that serious? It's really not that serious, is it?
It's really
You're
not.
not really going to leave me because
No, I'm not.
You got on my nerve and I went, oh.
Yeah, no. So this reminds me of, I am very much like my dad.
Yes, you are. More and more every day.
Oh, baby. All right. We have a gun here, and we're doing this live on Vimeo. And I think what we'll probably do, I really want to transition to doing lives on Airgun Army. We'll see how that plays out over time. But right now we're doing it live here on Vimeo. I pay for it, might as well use it, right? So we're going to be taking this out of the box, putting a scope on it. We do, unboxing and scoping and stuff we do already, and it's nothing new. But I do want to talk about this gun because it's the one we're going to be using for It's All About the Shooter. If you guys have questions or stuff, shoot out to Sue over there. She's watching the chat.
I am.
And you guys can let us know if there's things going on or what's happening. Sue, I'll need you to swap cameras around and top shots and all that kind of stuff. As you are so inclined to do, I'll just leave it to you to handle it.
All right. Well, if there's a specific thing you want top shot, please let me know because I'm trying to get things so I can hear if the audio is okay on Vimeo.
I hope the audio is okay.
Sounds fine.
Sounds good?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, I do. I've got to stop talking for you to hear.
As long as we got, we're fine. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so we've got the BARRA 1100z Gen 2. So this is the regulated model. I have the 22. It shoots really well. I mean, guys, for a $300 gun, it is phenomenal. This is the 25. I don't know if you can see that, Sue.
Yeah.
Look good?
Mm-hmm.
My phone went out, so I'm just going to leave this. I'll just move it off the table here. I'm just going to leave you to see what's going on, baby.
It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So, as I like to say, please take a look at the manual. We're going to get to that in a second. Go ahead and get this out of the box. Did a pretty good job packing this. I mean, that's locked in pretty well. I prefer like their 250Z comes in a really nice foam, molded foam or cutout foam. This is pretty good though. I mean, this got here, it's a little banged up. And that box has seen better days, but that's okay. Let's see, we'll take this off here. We'll get our gun out. Whee! Pieces be falling everywhere. Okay. All right, I need like a little gun rack. Because I don't know about you, but if you ever like set guns up nice and neat on an edge and then boy, the earth rotational thing happens just slightly off and they go sliding down and bangs on the ground. I hate when that happens. Okay. They did a good job actually. Check that out. Like the foam locks together. I'll give them points for that. We got our bag of goodies. Let's see here. So if you didn't catch the live we did over on YouTube, this gun is going to be what we're using for It's All About the Shooter. So everybody's going to be shooting this gun at Airgun Expo, getting a score using our Nate Croney electronic targets. Hopefully, that's our plan A. We do have a plan B, but we're going to do plan A. I really hope plan A. I'm hoping the best for plan A. Right, hon? We're hoping the best for plan A?
Absolutely.
All right, so there it is. All right. So there's our gun. Now, these are super affordable. One of the reasons I wanted to do...
Can you pull it more backwards a little bit more?
This way, like here?
No, back that way.
This way.
Yes, so get the whole thing in the shot.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I wanted to go with a product like this over an expensive gun. Because I have expensive guns, and we could have done an expensive gun. But this is something that most people, a lot of people can afford. You know, it's not $1,000. It's $300. And the scope's about $100. Rings are maybe $15, $20. So if you're wanting to get a decent shooting air gun, granted it's not an FX, right? It's not an AirArms. It's not a Daystate. Those can come later after you've, you know, worked yourself through the process and you've gotten the extra gear, you've got your compressor, you've got this, you've kind of worked into, yes, I really want to go after this sport. I enjoy it. This hobby is awesome. I want to be part of it. There's lots of places you can go to the next level that, you know, may make sense for you. Or you might find that this is perfectly acceptable and just have a ball with it. I know the 22 for the money, is such a nice shooting air gun. So that's why I wanted to go with this. It's very affordable. I really like the camo stock. The Veil camo just to me looks good. I like to tease and say it helps the gun shoot better. It doesn't, but boy, it looks pretty. Do you have any thoughts on the stocks? Do you like the color?
I do actually.
There you go. I think it's pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, so BARRA sent us this gun, and once we're done with the expo, if we have a bunch of people show up, for the, we actually have a contest. We're really going to do the whole thing. We have enough people. We'll be giving this away to the winner. If it happens to just be mostly just us presenters, then I'm probably going to do a little work with this gun after the fact and do a couple videos with it, just so that people can get an idea of how these guns work. Because I know the 22 is one thing. This is a 25. I've never actually worked with a 25. But I'll probably do some video work with it. And then, that is a button battery, I believe. And then we'll go ahead and give it away. So we'll do a drawing and give this away. Is that a button battery or is that just... Ah, it's the little thing came off of it. Okay. The little glue died. We'll have to fix that later. Okay. It's a medallion that came off the side of the scope. No big deal. This is...
It's not important to the...
No, not at all. This is a 3 to 9 by 32. 1 inch, looks like. I hope they sent me the right rings. Let's see. They did. Look at that. It's almost like they knew what they were doing. Cool. All right, so we'll put all these bits and pieces back in here. Before you go putting air in this thing and pulling the trigger and all that other stuff, take a few minutes and just look through the manual. All right, just super important. We've got, this is like really easy stuff. Like it's only a couple pages. Walks through the the safety, the barrel, the fill tank, all that kind of stuff. Tells you what the gauges do. Tells you how to load a magazine. Tells you how to use a single shot tray. It tells you about triggers and all that other stuff. It's very short. Take your time, read through the manual. On the side here, let's see.
Where are you going to hold it up to the top?
I'm actually just looking at. Okay, here it is. Okay, here on the side you have some data about the gun. Tells you the caliber and the serial number and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. Over here, it tells you your maximum fill pressure. Right, so you're going to fill this to that pressure, which is 3,500. So you're going to fill it to that pressure using this little fill probe. So it comes with this little fill probe, which camera gives us the best look. And that goes here, go on either side. Nope, just the one side. So that's going to go in like this. Okay, and now you fill your gun and then you remove it. Okay, don't lose that. You'll be very sad if you did. Here's our magazine. We have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 shots per mag. It comes with single shot trays.
2 mags or 1?
2 mags, 2 single shot trays, degassing tool.
What do you mean when you say single shot tray? It only allows one
Yeah,
pellet
so what
at
it
a
is,
time?
if you wanted to try and load a single pellet, if you want to try and load a pellet in there, it doesn't fit very good. So you have this little tray, and it lets you just slide a pellet in. Just roll a pellet in, see?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's got the divot.
Yeah, so it just lets you cycle that in.
Gotcha.
So you can decock this. That is a serious hammer or trigger spring. All right. That'll be fun to play with. Okay. All right.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. So why would you want to use a single shot tray versus a magazine? If you're shooting for precision, there are times where the magazine could impact the shape or process of the pellet going into the breech. It may just squeeze it a little bit and deform it just slightly. So if you want to prevent that, like maximum accuracy, a lot of people say use a single shot tray. So I'm not that precision oriented. Does it hit the steel target, make it go kaboom? I'm happy. Okay, we've got our mounts. So let's do it. Now, this should be, let's see how far back we need to take this. It's an interesting balance here with this scope because it's very short. That is, we might have to go all the way back like this. I think it's going to have to go on just this back rail.
Can you get the magazine in if you put it there?
Ooh, that's a good question. Let's see how high the magazine sits over the rail. Thank you, Sue. You remembered that from our other video, didn't you?
I did.
Ooh, look at that. If this sits flush, we'll be okay. It does not. Okay, so we've got to be able to clear that. I'm going to leave the mag in. Okay, we'll put the safety on. This gun has no air, just so you know. So it is completely safe. All right, so we've got these. And these are torque bits. And it looks like it's a T small, T10? Maybe T15? Is it the 15? It is, it's a 15, yay! Okay, so what I'm gonna do here, I don't know if you need to see this, Sue, but I'm gonna try and make it so you can see it.
I've got the top camera on with you in the insert.
I'm taking these screws out. I'm going to go ahead and put these on the scope because I'm not sure where the scope's going to line up and where we're going to be able to see through it clearly. It's a very short scope, and I don't think the eye relief is that long either. So let's see.
For people like me, while you're doing that,
Yes.
can you explain why that you said you don't think the eye relief is that long?
Yeah, okay, so it's the distance from the end of the scope to where your eye needs to be, I think is relatively short on this. It's a compact scope, right? So that's a pretty short scope.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking here and, oh, it might be okay. I am that far away. So, you know, I'm looking at where I need to be on the gun, right? So I am going to be here. So my eye is way back here. So I need to get the back of the scope like here, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking about here is if I'm having to split the rail like this, I don't know if it's going to be back far enough. I guess we're going to find out. So what I want to do is just get this essentially sort of fixing to get ready to mount. So we'll see how far back I can take this. And we have a Weaver rail. I don't know if it's true Picatinny or not, but it's a slotted rail. Okay, we can go to that point there, which is the last slot. What we don't want to do is interrupt our magazine movement, right?
What do you mean by true Picatinny?
There's Weaver, which is slotted, and then there's Picatinny, which is an actual standard. It's like a particular standard. Weaver can vary. Picatinny is it's so wide, so the gaps are specific. So Weaver, Picatinny can mount to Weaver, but Weaver can't always mount to Picatinny.
Okay.
So it's that language matters. Okay, so if we go like this, then we can go as far back as there. Okay. I really like this toolkit.
I think you've mentioned it a time or
It was
two.
awesome. I got this at Walmart, and it was like 40 bucks. And it's like, man, I know I have all those tools already, but I would like more of them. I'm going to try to go back one more slot. Oh, does it just not fit? Oh, it might just fit. You know, I'm going to give myself margin of error. Okay, so that is there. Will that work? Well, let's do this. Let's get these somewhat, I'm not going to tighten them all the way down. Just going to get them, I won't even say snug. I'll get it so it won't fall off. How's that? These mounts are Sea Live mounts.
Sea Live?
Sea Live,
What does
yes.
that mean?
It's just a brand,
Oh,
which makes me think that BARRA and its parent affiliation company is connected with Sea Live. Sea Live is similar to Pinty. Different, I believe different. I'm guessing different. They sell very much the same stuff. Okay, there's one screw. Where'd the other one go? Oh, there it is. Okay. I need to get a proper, if I'm going to do this in here, I need to get a proper rifle tool rest. So it cannot fall over. So Sue, let's get one of those. What do you think?
sure.
I will put it on the Amazon list.
Okay, so I have a question, and John just asked it for me.
Okay.
Do you mean CV Life?
Thank you. That's it.
Because I looked it up, and I'm like,
I
there's
can
no
find it.
such thing.
CV Live. Yes, that's it. I apologize.
CV Life.
You know, I could read it.
Ah, okay,
CV
now
Life.
we got it,
Yep,
yes.
there it is. Did you find it?
Yep.
Thank you,
Hunting,
John.
bipod, and all sorts of things.
Yes. It's sort of like I use a service for automated billing called stripe.com. Do not accidentally type in strip.com. Just a tip. Okay. All right, so we got our spare parts for our scope. Let's put that in here. Then here. Now the trick is, can the eye relief work? And I'm hoping it will. Oh, you know what? It's going to be just fine. What was I all worried about? Big pansy.
Now, why is the doodad open?
Because I haven't shut it yet.
Oh.
Okay, so we need to get the, it's crooked, big time. All right, so let me get the eye relief.
What's crooked? The scope?
Yeah.
Is that because you put it on funky, or?
I just haven't finished setting it up.
Oh, all right.
So that's going to be fine. So I'm going to adjust the eyeball focus. That's very nice. And now I'm going to look and get the crosshairs straight. Okay, so I do this a couple different ways. I do it primarily, I just get it where I can see the crosshairs. I'm trying to get that vertical to split the receiver right in the middle. I also check this, I try and keep the gun straight, make sure this is level. Look, I could get a plumb line out and all kinds of other stuff, but look, we're shooting 50 yards, not 500. So this should be just fine. It may need adjustment at the range once we get on the bench, but for now, that will be okay. And we can't go back any further. That's as far as we can go without trying mounting the scope here. That was, I think, going to put it way too far back. So I think that's going to have to be it. Now, what we want to do is go ahead and get the base tightened. We can see that over here. Right here. Just snug. I'm not wrenching these things. The beautiful thing about having a slotted rail, Picatinny or Weaver, is that scope's not gonna move. Now on a PCP with little to no recoil, it shouldn't move anyway, right? But this should be just fine. Now we're only going to be shooting, well, we'll see how far we're shooting, but I think we're going to be shooting this at 50 yards. So this is a 3 to 9. It'd be a bit of a challenge, be fun. But again, the competition we're doing is, it's all about the shooter. So it's not about having a $1,000 scope, right? It's about how good can you shoot whatever is put in your hands. And I think that's awesome. So I am super excited to finally do this whole deal. And if this goes well, I've talked to some other manufacturers that are interested in putting together kits and setups where we can do other competitions, and other companies or other gun clubs. If you have an airgun club and you want to get in on, it's all about the shooter, like with the official, it's all about the shooter rules and, you know, Nate Crony targets and the whole deal. Let me know, and we will start putting together an actual association so we can do this kind of more officially. It would be nice to eventually do, like, I don't know, maybe a national competition, and everybody, you know, all the top shooters from across the country come out and compete, and we'll see what you may not know what you're shooting until you get there. How cool would that be, right? I think that would be so much fun. Anyway, yes.
I have a question for the people in the chat or who are listening. How often do you shoot?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because Rick shoots generally about at least once a week.
Try to,
but
at
it's
least.
part of his job. So I'm just curious, people who it's not part of your job, how often do you shoot?
Okay.
And are your family involved in shooting as well? Like if you have wife and children or grandchildren, are they interested in it as well? Do you ever do any of it with them? And if not, why? And what would make them want to spend more time doing it as well?
It's a good question. Let me know if you get any answers.
Okay.
Okay, so very nice. It's a little crooked. Yeah, it's too much. Sometimes when you're setting these up, it's all straight, and then you finalize your tighten down, and now it's canted. I hate that. So we're going to fix it. Okay. Yep, it looks it too. Okay, it was just ever so slightly off. Yeah, it's not split in the center of the receiver. Ooh, that's very close, like maybe a fraction.
Ooh. Okay, John responded.
Okay.
He said he shoots as often as he can, once or twice, if he can, but his range is in his attic, and it's summer in Oklahoma.
Ooh, okay. All right. Okay.
Jason says he tries to shoot a couple times a month. Doesn't always work, just him, wife not too interested. Yeah, I wasn't always interested either. And then Rick took me to the range and let me shoot some like powder burners compared with air guns, and that was what won me over, was the comparison between the two. No recoil or less recoil and no noise. And frankly, they were a lot easier to shoot for me. Maybe because of the recoil.
I think that what really helps Sue want to shoot is just it was very easy for her to have good success
with an air gun.
Now, and I think that part of it is that air guns are extremely accurate. More so that I did a video comparing like a Ruger 1022 to an air gun. And look, my air guns will absolutely shoot circles around my, you know, tallow, whatever it is, bull barrel Ruger 1022. It'll shoot circles around it. And maybe I probably have the wrong ammo, but I'm not going to go buy bricks and bricks and bricks and look at the lot number and all that kind of nonsense. No. But I can grab a tin of JSBs, sit down, and she can hit that stinking target every single time. She can flip the spinner. She can hit the bullfrog target. She can shoot comfortably.
Yeah.
And 50 yards, she's going to get 1-inch success. Just sit down and do it. To me, that's cool. And I think that was also cool for her.
Well, and I think one of the reasons that I was able to do that repeatedly was frankly because of no recoil, and it wasn't
no
loud.
noise.
Because the noise makes you flinch ahead of time, or during the
Anticipate it.
Right, anticipate it. And so I think that's what started getting me like, oh, I like shooting.
Yeah.
I like air guns. I don't mind being around powder burners now either, but initially I was like, yeah, no. And coming from South Africa, it was a hard turnaround for me, frankly. But now I enjoy shooting air guns, especially when you sit down, shoulder it, and it fits you.
And I think for us, for me, airgunning is very social.
Mm-hmm.
I started airgunning because I needed to just me and something I could shut everything else off and just be me and the target. I needed that at the time. But I'm a pretty social guy. So being able to share something I have a passion about, whether that's music or church or airguns or computers or cameras or audio or guitars or whatever. You get the point. I got a lot of things that I like. Being able to share that with somebody is super fun. We had a gentleman come out here from El Paso. If you guys haven't seen the video of the FX King, it's the gentleman that owns that, came out. And yeah, I enjoy just hanging out and shooting stuff and just chatting and chilling. And for me, it's extremely relaxing and enjoyable. And air guns, to me, it's better. I think for me, it's easier because I'm not muffed up and I don't have, it's just, I enjoy it. And I think Sue also is very social. And so when we have other people that come out, other ladies that want to come out and shoot, it's very fun.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to shoot until she's on the range and shooting, and then she has a good time.
Well, the other side of it is it's always fun to see somebody else succeed. So when someone else comes in and they're like, yeah, no, I'm not really interested. And then they see you shoot and they go, well, I guess I'll try. And then they try and they're like, wow, I really like that. It's super exciting. Then you want to do it more. Okay.
Well, I think we're all set, Sue. A couple other features on this gun. Can you see it in the frame okay?
From the front? Yes.
Front, top, whatever. Does it look all right?
Let me know if you want it from the top.
Well, I just was going to go through a couple of the features because it is a really cool air gun. This is the 1100Z Gen 2, so this is the regulated model. This is the 25. We do have a 1/2 UNF, so if you want to make it quiet, you can do that with a moderator.
Hold on, hold it up so I can do 2. Okay.
Like that.
Yep.
We also could put the Nate Crony on here, which is something I'm looking to try. On the bottom, we have our reg pressure. So this is our regulated output, and this is our tank pressure. So there's our tank pressure.
So you have to look down the barrel.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing.
That does not make sense to me.
No, but you can actually, if you know what if your reg pressure is, so you fill this up, and it's sitting at whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Let's say 2,000 psi, and you fill it up and it's at 2,000. When you see this gauge start to drop, you got to put air in it. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Nice side lever, nice trigger. As far as I love the way they did this little trigger. I don't know if you can see that little movement there. Can you see that?
I mean, I can see your finger moving. I can't see specifically what you're talking about.
See the trigger blade?
Yeah.
Okay, that little bit of movement is actually the trigger blade itself is on a little pin. I talk about this every time I look at this gun, but it changes the geometry of how you pull the trigger, and it just makes the trigger nicer. So they did a good job on that. Yeah, I think that's it. So this is ready to go. This is kind of a nice little compact scope. Put a nice sling on this. I guess. Where could we possibly get a sling, Sue?
Well, they've already said they have got one for it. So.
They're watching. Okay, so
Sling
yeah,
Guru.
we'll be on for that one. So yeah, there's lots of cool ways you could sling this up. I'm thinking we've got a little mount point here, and we could get something that clamps onto the rail, or maybe even go slide in between the barrel right around this little guy here. So I think we'll let them figure it out, right? They're going to be here at Airgun Expo. Yep. But that's it. Did this work okay?
Yeah.
Work all right?
Yes. In fact, John said it worked better than earlier in the week.
Oh yeah, earlier in the week was terrible. Yes. Yeah. Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you to you guys for coming out and hanging out with us. It is Saturday. It feels like it's Friday, so.
It is Saturday.
Does it feel like a Friday to you?
No.
It feels like a Friday to me. It feels like tomorrow should be Saturday.
Well, I went to town yesterday all day. So no, it doesn't feel like it feels like Saturday.
Well, that was a lot of fun. Sue, thank you for being a champ and hanging out and doing another video after an already video, and I do appreciate that. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Yeah, I want to
Rocky
do.
Music.
What's that?
Insert Rocky music.
Yeah.
For me being
Dun,
a champ.
dun, 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 dun. Yeah, the one thing I want to do, and I don't know how we could do it in here, maybe zoom in real tight on this camera.
Now?
No, gosh, not now.
I was going to
Is
say.
do the trigger adjustment on this model, because I think people would like it. Works on any gauntlet. They're all the same. But maybe we could do that. I know people have already asked for it, so I will do it. Maybe I'll grab the Gauntlet 30, the SL30, and then we'll do a trigger mod. That might be fun. Maybe we can even do that tomorrow, Sue. Maybe we can do that next week sometime to test out the system to see if it's working. But we got to do this again. And we need to use the other computer because you used the big computer. Now we need to use the laptop that we're going to be using down at the range
So I can
to
get
make
used
sure
to
that
it.
that works the same for you.
Yes.
Guys, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Sue, thank you for manning all the buttons and stuff over there.
No
you guys
problem.
want to learn more about Airgun Expo or anything else we're doing, you guys already know, right? You guys already know it because you're like here all the time. So I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you hanging out. And we will catch you next time. This is Rick with AirgunWeb, Gateway Airguns. Thanks for watching. Nice cup. Pretty cool, huh?
I'm guessing I am this best.